Welcome back to another episode of the Pissed Off Parent Show, where we're tackling one of the most frustrating and unjust systems out there, the family court system. If you've ever found yourself caught up in the mess of custody battles, child support, and endless hearings, you know the family courts are not designed to protect parents or children. Instead, they're built to push agendas, protect profit-driven interests, and uphold a system that has no real concern for the well-being of families. Today, we're breaking down exactly how to fight back against the anti-family court system, how to hold your ground, and how to make sure that your rights and your children's futures aren't trampled on by a system that doesn't care. Let's go ahead and dive right in. Before we talk about how to fight back, we need to understand how the family court system works. Make no mistake, the courts don't prioritize the best interest of your child. They prioritize their own agenda, whether it's the financial incentives tied to child support payments or a bias that leans heavily towards one parent. The system is rigged to profit off the conflict between parents. These courts aren't about fairness or justice. They're about controlling you, making money off your misery, and pushing cases through the system as quickly, or not as quickly, as possible without regard to the long-term impact on your family. You've probably already seen this firsthand if you've been to a hearing where the court seems more concerned about ticking them boxes than ensuring a healthy, functioning family dynamic. So what do we do about it? The first step in fighting back is educating yourself. Knowledge is power when you're facing a system designed to work against you. PissedOffParent.com has lots of free resources for that. Understand the laws in your state. Family law can differ from state to state, and the rules are often stacked against parents who aren't familiar with the legal language or processes. Learn the specific laws and practices in your jurisdiction around custody, visitation, and child support. Know how the family courts operate. Courts often operate with biases, whether it's gender bias, financial bias, or bias towards just getting cases done quickly. Understand these biases exist and be prepared to fight them head on. Be aware of financial incentives. Family courts often rely heavily on child support payments and other financial obligations. Understanding the financial incentives behind the system can help you see how they might be manipulating the situation to create ongoing conflict and dependency. When it comes to family court, attorneys are worthless. Many are more interested in billing hours than in actually fighting for your rights. So it's crucial that you become your own advocate. Document everything. Start keeping a meticulous record of every communication with your ex and any court interactions. This includes emails, texts, phone calls, and any incidents involving your child. The court may not care, but you need to have hard evidence to fight the lies, misrepresentations, and manipulations that can be used against you. Go to PissedOffParent.com for more information. Don't rely on an attorney. Most attorneys in family law are simply there to take your money and push a quick settlement, or not. They don't have the incentive to fight hard for you, especially if they know the court system is already biased. You are the only one who truly understands your situation, so take control. Be organized and ready. The court might not be interested in your case, but you should come to every hearing with everything you need. Your evidence, your arguments, your clear goals. Be professional, be clear, and be ready to push back. You can't do this alone. The system is stacked against you, and you need a strong support network to help you navigate the process. Find other parents who are fighting. There are countless parents who have gone through or are going through the same nightmare. Join parents group like Dad Talk Today support group, Tough. There's a lot of them out there. Online forums, local advocacy organizations that can help you guide, share strategies, and provide emotional support. These communities are invaluable because they know how the system works and what you're up against. Reach out to people who know the system, legal professionals and family experts, forensic psychologists or child welfare specialists. They can provide critical insight into your case. If you can't afford an attorney, sometimes having an expert on your side to testify on your behalf can make a huge difference. Get emotional support. This fight is draining. Make sure you have people around you who can support your mental and emotional health, whether it's friends, family, even a therapist. The court will not care about your emotional well-being, but you need to take care of yourself and stay strong. At some point, you may need to take direct legal action. You can't just sit back and wait for the court to make a decision in your favor. It's time to take control of the situation. File motions. If you're facing biased rulings, delays, or unjust decisions, you have the right to file motions. This can include motions for a change in custody, motions to enforce visitation, or motions to challenge financial orders. Don't let the court push you around. Appeal bad decisions. If the judge rules against you, even if it's clearly unjust, you can appeal the decision. This process is complicated, but it's a tool at your disposal when the court's decision doesn't reflect the reality of your situation. Contempt of court. If your ex is violating the court orders, whether it's denying visitation or failing to meet those financial obligations, you can file for contempt of court. The system might not care about your rights, but it has to follow its own rules. Don't let your ex get away with breaking them. It's easy to get angry in court. After all, you're dealing with a broken system that's actively working against you. But staying calm and professional is essential to making your case. Don't lose your cool. Court doesn't care if you're upset. It's used to angry, frustrated parents. But if you let your emotions take over, you're going to risk hurting your case. Stay calm, stay composed, and focus on the facts. Don't let the system manipulate you. The court will try to push you in a corner, push you for a settlement, or make you feel like you're wasting your time. Don't buy into it. This is your fight. Stand firm in what you know is right for you and your family. And finally, never back down. Family court's going to try to break you, to wear you out, and to push you into settlements that really aren't in your best interest. But the moment you back down, you lose. Keep fighting. Don't give in to the pressure to settle for less than what's fair. Keep pushing for what you know is right, even if it's a long, hard road. Stay persistent. The system will try to exhaust you, whether it's dragging out the process or denying you what you've earned, but your persistence is your greatest weapon. The longer you fight, the more the system has to listen. If you're a parent fighting the anti-family court system, you are not alone. The odds are stacked against you, but by educating yourself, taking control of your case, and refusing to back down, you can make a difference. It's not easy, but this fight is worth it for your rights, for your children, and for your family's future. I want to thank you for tuning into the Pissed Off Parent Show. I'll be back next week with more ways to fight back against this broken system. Until then, stay strong, stay persistent, and remember, this fight is yours to win.